Hi guys, Lemi here. Welcome back to another week of Inktober. This is week 3. So first we're starting off with day 15. And I decided, I went to Dunkin' Donuts with my boyfriend after we saw a pumpkin show with a bunch of pumpkins that were carved. And they had these really cute spiders that had Dunkin' Donut colored legs, like part of their logo. I just thought it was so cute, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna draw like a boy and a girl spider, and the guy's gonna have like a little bow, like he's gonna ask her out on a date or something. So yeah, that was kind of just a simple, I guess it's kind of like a cop-out day, but ain't nobody got time to do something really complicated every day, or else you just can't keep up with Inktober. So off camera, you'll see that I actually went over the legs of the spiders with a black Sakura Glaze jelly roll, and then I went over their bodies and the hearts with a pink and a gray Stardust jelly roll. So this next day, I'm drawing my character Lemi, and I don't really talk about her very much, but she's pretty much like, in this little story I have, she's a witch. So I was like, hey, for Halloween, I'm gonna totally draw her as a witch, which I normally do. So lame. That was the best joke ever. So I was just like, I'm just gonna draw her the way I used to draw her when I first made her a really long time ago, when I was like 13 or something. So I kind of put her back in a witch outfit, and then I drew her little cat out there, and I was like, yep, she's a witch. And sometimes I put her hair in pigtails, braided pigtails, so I was like, it'll look nicer because I put the box in the background, and then I can have like the pigtails poking out the sides, along with the tail and the arms and the hat. So I just thought it would be a nice composition. Lots of hatching here. This was Staedtler black Triplus Fineliner. Nothing else, just that, and lots of hatching. Lots and lots of hatching. And evidently, a lot of random pauses where I'm thinking about what to do. Like, you'll see my hand flying around, and then it'll just pause, and I'll be like, what did I put the hatching here? Yeah. Oh, that's kind of weird. Now, this next one, I actually did before the other one, but you'll see at the end what it looks like. This one is my character Gelato, and I use the Staedtler Triplus Fineliners for these. And I used a bunch of colors, and I did something similar to my rainbow line art, which I have a tutorial on how to do on YouTube. I can link it in this video. I'll probably do it now while this one's going, but I decided to do a rainbow line art of my character Gelato, and I always draw Gelato as kind of like chibi or like really cartoony sort of. So I decided I'll go with kind of like a chibi inspired eye, cartoony sorta, I don't know. And then I wanted to go with lots of shapes. So she has a striped scarf, so that's like a lot of rectangles, and I cut them down into like squares, and then like really long rectangles and shorter rectangles, and then I put like rectangles in the hair, and then like I put like little random shapes in the earmuffs, as well as like the freckles on her face, and like this is just a lot of random shapes. Like in the dresses you'll see triangles, so I tried to just incorporate a bunch of different colors to make it look like the entire piece is colored, though it wasn't. It was just all really complicated line art sort of things. Okay, so this day I used a Sakura professional brush pen, and I was drawing my friend Zero, who I've had a friendship with for God knows how many years. I've drawn his character Cat here, and this was for his birthday a really long time ago. I actually drew his other character Sango, But then I was like, I don't remember ever uploading it anywhere or even scanning it, but I thought I did. It turns out I never gave him his birthday present. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I went and I looked for it. Couldn't find it. So I was like, oh my god, I better just draw him another present. Hurry. So I kind of like drew him something. So hurry here. I'm a bad friend. No! The eyes were colored with the Staedtlers. So then I just used a little bit of white Sakura jelly roll. And I used a little bit of gray for the hair for the shading. So, like the other one, this one was done before cat. And I'm getting my hair in the camera a lot, I'm noticing lately. It's because when I do line art, I have to lean over to see, and then my hair gets in the camera, and I'm sorry, it's like I couldn't see. So, this was the one I talked about last week, where I wanted to do Piper in black and white and a pop of color, and I chose red because red is the highlight in her hair. So, her blonde hair was white, her brown hair was black, and then the red hair was just red. So then I tried to think of like what else would be red in this picture, and I'm like, oh, maybe her lips could be red. And then I made her little necklace red as well. And I just thought it was like a cute little, almost cartoony sort of looking picture. And I was like, oh, that one came out kind of cute. That one was another cop-out day, because it's not as quite as complicated as other things, but yeah. So this next day, I love this one. This is the goofy face one I talked about from last week. And basically, it's me, or like my avatar as more like a person, like a cartoony kind of person, being really creepy. She's like, cats! And then like, she's just kind of like putting her hands together and like creeping on these cats, and like Maxie and Tibbers are on the floor, and Tibbers is always oblivious to everything, so he's like doo 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 doo, and Maxie's like, oh my god, get her away from me, which also ties into the next day's picture, which for this week I seem to be doing the right side a lot more than the left side first, but I kind of like skip around based on what supplies are on my desk and how easy it is to finish something, or if something needs to dry, you know, it's kind of like, oh, just do it this way. So I just skip around day to day. This one, I used Sakura brush pen, and I also used Staedtler for the hatching, with just a little bit of shading for the cartoon. Now, this next day is, well, the last day for Inktober of this week, but I used the Bombay India inks, and I used them to paint this picture. And I did draw it out. I had like a vague idea of what I wanted. Maxie ran away for like 6 hours one night, and it was raining, and I was freaking out, and I was like telling my moderators in my chat on Skype, and I was like, he didn't even bring a bagged lunch. I don't know where he is. It's raining. He could get hit by a car. Da da da. So this picture was inspired by Maxie running away on a rainy night because he's a genius, let's face it. And yeah. After that, he kind of stopped trying to get out of the house because he realized that weather is a horrible thing. And yeah, I don't blame him. I don't want to leave. Tibbers never wants to leave. It's always Maxie because he thinks he's so much more cultured than us all. So he's got to run away. Thinks he's so great, huh? Well, you're not. Yeah. I have a little feud going on with my cat. I had to give him a spanking, and he was soaking wet when he came home. Well, yeah. I mean, I had to give him a little bit of a spanking, but yeah. Maxie. And then he ate so much he was starving when he came home. He never leaves the house. He doesn't know how. And then I just used white Sakura jelly roll for the rain and highlights. And that's it for this week of Inktober. I hope that you guys like the picture, or all the pictures, and I'll see you guys next week for another video. And it's going to be further into November, but hey, it'll be the last week. So you'll get 7 days plus the rest of October. See you next week. Bye, guys.